Tonight, roughly 40,000 catalogued objects will pass over your head. Galaxies, nebulae, star clusters, all of them real and all of them up there. So here's the question, which ones are worth pointing a camera at? From my backyard tonight, maybe a dozen. From yours, a different answer entirely. It changes with where you stand, what you own, and what the moon is doing. And nothing out there gives you that answer. I have lost whole nights to that question. And in southern Sweden, where I live, I don't get many to lose. Hi, I'm Tim, and you're watching Cosmic Captures. This video is about how I finally answered this question. And stay to the end because the price of that answer is the best part. Here's what planning actually looked like at my house. On the nights I prepared, I opened Stellarium to find out what's visible. Then Telescopius to check the framing. And then Astrobin, digging for smart telescope images of the target, because I wanted to know what I can expect from my gear. 3 apps and most of an hour. And on the lazy nights, I just set up a scope, open its built-in catalog and poke around until something looked promising. But the thing is, some of these apps will cheerfully suggest targets that never rise above the horizon at all. Others hand you galaxies and nebulae so tiny that on a smart telescope they would amount to a few smudged pixels. And most other planning tools don't help you decide either, because they hand you everything. It's like sitting down at a restaurant, starving and getting a menu the size of a phone book. And nobody tells you that the fish is good tonight. So the sky doesn't have a catalog problem, it has a shortlist problem. And about half a year ago, I stopped waiting for someone else to fix it. I built TonightPlan, though honestly, build undersells what went into it. 4.5 years of cold nights went into it. The moonlight logic, the filter recommendations, everything I have learned working through some 400 or 500 images of the night sky. The app is that experience bottled. You open it in your browser, pick the telescope you use, tell it where you are and the sky conditions you have. And it hands you tonight's shortlist. Few enough to decide fast. Never so many you freeze. You can open any target and it shows you when it climbs, where it peaks and when it sinks. One curve, one glance. It watches the moon for you too. Bright moon tonight, it quietly moves the washed out targets aside and points you at the ones that punch through. Dark sky, everything opens back up. You don't manage this, it just happens. And then there's the part I am most stubborn about, the photos. More than 200 targets, and every image is my own work. Half of them shot on a $500 smart telescope. No Hubble frames, no observatory hero shots. And here's something else that might sound a bit strange. I have far prettier photos of many of these targets, from years of long exposure work with serious gear. For the most part, I've left them out on purpose, because that's more honest. When you plan a night, you don't want to know what's possible. You need to know what to expect with basic equipment. And every image in the app shows its recipe, right in the captions. What telescope, how many hours, the sky conditions, how much moon and the filters I've used. Which leaves the one thing I promised you at the start. The price. Nothing. It's free. Free for everyone. There's no sign up, nothing to install, you open a link and you're planning. That's the part I promised you at the start. And it's not a trial and there's no catch. Why is it free? Because I believe the sky above us is for everyone. But free doesn't mean it costs nothing to run. So far, I have covered most of that with some support from my Patreons who are helping me to keep the app running and make it better. If you would like to join them and be closer to everything Cosmic captures, there's Patreon. And because a project like this only works with financial support, the app will occasionally and politely remind you it runs on goodwill. That's the whole idea. So here's what I'd love you to do. Tonight or the next clear night, open TonightPlan, let it hand you the shortlist and go and shoot one thing instead of researching 10. The link is below. And if you know someone with a telescope gathering dust, someone who bought the gear, tried a few nights and got lost in planning, send them the link. That's how something built in the back room in Sweden reaches the people it was built for. And one of the simplest ways to support the app and this channel is to subscribe here on YouTube. If you want to hear when new targets and features land, there's a newsletter, also below, also free. And if you're just getting into this hobby or deciding whether to, I made a video about exactly where to start in 2026. It's right here. 40,000 things will cross your sky tonight. You only need one. And for that, I wish you clear skies.